Hi there, Will here. And on Sunday the 18th of April, a fire started around the other side of Devil's Peak over there that ended up moving down to UCT, the University of Cape Town, and burning some buildings there. And then on the evening of that Sunday, it moved around to the other side of Devil's Peak and ended up in Vredehoek over there, and has been burning since. Today is Tuesday and there's still some fire action going on. You can hear the helicopters and such. There's actually one flying by up there. And being that I'm a photographer, I decided that the place for me to be on both of those days, the Sunday and the Monday, was out there photographing what was going on. And these are the pictures that resulted. I started off the Sunday by driving to Rondebosch to meet up with my friend Jono, who I messaged while I was in the car, and said we should see if we could go make some photographs because he lives around there. And we met up and wandered around Rondebosch for a while, took some pictures of him taking a picture of a hut on the outskirts of where the smoke was, and then we moved up to UCT, where we found an area that had been completely decimated by the fire already, just in front of the Baxter Theatre, and made some photographs there, and then wandered slightly to the left past a building where people were sitting looking up at the red sun. And then even further left, up towards where one can enter the sports field, there was an area that had been severely burnt and was sort of smouldering still, but there was a lot of smoke coming off of it, so I made some photographs there. All of the spots that we were in before that were still smouldering, the helicopters kept flying overhead, and we were moderately worried that we were going to get doused with an unpleasant amount of water, especially when holding a Pentax and an RB. But fortunately that didn't happen. And then we moved on to Rhodes Bankside, where we tried to make some photographs of the foothills of Devil's Peak coming in on the N2, which I reckon we sort of accomplished. I got a nice picture of two trees and a picture of the very red sky through the smoke as the sun was going behind the hill, and a picture of a sisal plant. And then the most successful picture of that day in my mind came about, which was two twins that were walking past the medical center at the hospital bend, and I asked them if I could make their portrait, and they said yes. I got a really cool portrait where they're wearing pink matching outfits, and then it's just this smoky hill in the background with pink cutting through the smoke. And we ended that day off by going Rondebosch side again, and I got a shot of Devil's Peak and the smoke around it. Ridiculous. And the smoke around it over the Lisbeth River, I think that's the river. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a decently intense day that first day, and the photographs I'd like to think show it quite nicely. The second day was a whole different beast though. I would have put that in this video, but unfortunately I just don't have the time to put those two together and have it out for this Thursday. I'll probably put it out at some point in the very near future though, maybe over the weekend if I have time. My favourite pictures from that first day though, it's quite hard to choose one. They all have like their own thing going for them, and I was really glad with how the colours ended up in all of them. There's a lot of variation, I think, across the frames, which is always something I'm looking for. I don't want there to be one consistent cast going on. I want the cast to be sort of tailored to the picture, if there is going to be a cast. My favourite picture was probably the one of the twins though, and the helicopter dousing the university, because that's a very intense picture, and the rugby goals line up quite nicely to frame it all. A big thank you to Jono for helping me film on this day though. You can follow him here. And besides that, keep an eye out for the second part because the pictures are arguably a lot better in that one.